I'm going to do it, come from a different angle slightly, because I'm the figures man, um, and I love figures. So I want to first of all say to you, how many of you guys have written down your needs and wants, your dreams? How many of you guys have actually done that? Okay, a couple, jolly good. You got to have an idea of where you're going. You got to have an idea of what you want, and you got to have a plan to get there. Now, Marty's mentioned this earlier. A lot of what OnPassive is going to do is they're going to be able to do the bits and pieces that we don't know how to do. I'm not technically minded, as you guys know, but I know that I'm going to be able to get the company to market for me. So that's the bit I don't know. Perfect. If I can get someone to market for me, then what's my target? What do I have to find? Well, we've seen in previous when we first looked at OCONNECT, and this is a guide, guys. It's not set in stone. These figures could change, but we know that if a customer paid $100, we were likely to get $25 as an ongoing fee because it's paid on a monthly basis. So therefore, if I'm going to get $25 from somebody using OCONNECT, and I get 100 of these people, that's $2,500 a month. Well, let me just tell you, the UK average pension is about $1,000, like 820 odd pound a month. That's not an awful lot. So just with 100 customers, and bearing in mind OnPassive is going to help me find those customers, by the way, I've got twice the amount from OnPassive than I would do from a UK average UK pension scheme. And these people pay into this system for 30 or 40 years to achieve absolutely nothing. Realistically, it's absolutely nothing, particularly with what we've got at the moment. But okay, so plan ahead. Look at what it is that you want to achieve. As Mike said, dream big dreams. Christ, we've got an opportunity here. Marty said, this is unlimited, guys. You can have what you want. I know what I want, and I know what's going to get it for me. And I'm not being greedy. And we've said before, once we reach a certain level, you've got to be able to help others. And that becomes ever growing, ever constant, because the more others like yourself, like us, have that income coming in, that money coming in for us to choose, make that decision for ourselves, the more we would be able to help others. And it becomes infectious. So just think what we can do. If you look at the bigger picture here, we have a lot of products. We have digital products that are second to none. They're value for money, as Mike has said. And I'm going to give you an example, because we know that the other video conferencing platform charges $6,500 a month for 10,000 attendees, and ours was before it's relaunched. It may change, but it was $125 a month. And people are going to go back to the original company that they've been using. Go, hold on a second, you've been charging me $6,500 a month when this company are doing it for 125. And by the way, they've got a lot more add-ons than you've got. What's going on? These customers are going to get angry about that. But this is where we come in. This is where we can share our dreams with others to introduce them to the concept of what Ash and his team have put together, to introduce them to the system that says, hold on, guys, this is a fair system and everyone gets a shake. You don't see someone walk across the stage with this huge check, and they do it on a regular basis because they simply take their team or their group or whatever you want to call it with them. We're not like that. We've got nothing to do with that system. You have an opportunity to pick and choose whatever, and I mean whatever. Marty said it's unlimited, whatever you want. Mike therefore said, dream big dreams. And that's exactly what we can do with this opportunity that's coming up very shortly.